Repairs done. Now Javier Liebert has had some repairs done, and I think this is going to be interesting because one of the youngsters has been introduced into the attack. I think this is Tyler Nisbet. He bowled in the previous game, didn't bowl badly at all, but I think they might want to go after him. Here he goes, he bowls short and he's punching it through the offside, finds the gap, but there's a man deep, that's Mikhail Louis, and he picks it up and relays the return via Jamal Hamilton, only a single. Once more, young Nisbet. Delvin Phillip goes high. Is it handsome? Yes, it is. I think it has cleared the ropes, and it was short. It was dragged down, and a Delvin Phillip heave-ho over square leg. I don't think he timed it as well as he would have liked, but it had enough to clear the ropes, and that's 6 runs. And I think they're going to target these youngsters, I believe. Right away, Jamal Hamilton, they can have 2 men out in the first 6 overs, and he has opted now to have one at deep extra cover and now a man at deep square leg. So just about where that ball landed, he's put a man there. As the horse bolted though, here he goes, the youngster. Can he come back? Moves in now to bowl, and he's trying to chop that one, almost chopped it onto his stumps, trying to sneak through a single here. But Adrian Williams is a natural athlete. He would have had gold at Carifta for the javelin, but he's also very quick as a sprinter and would have done very good exploits for his school teams and Nevis team that he has represented for sprints as well. Got there very quickly. Here goes now. Nisbet moves in now to bowl. He's driving, picks out the man Jamal Hamilton, who throws the ball way into the air. He hit it hard, but he hit it straight to Jamal Hamilton. We saw that happen in the previous game with Verge Brown taking 2 catches in that general area. He hit it hard, he hit it well, but he hit it straight to the wrong man, Jamal Hamilton, who took it. He was hit hard. He was looking at his finger ago, but certainly he hit it in the air and hit it straight to the man. So he goes back, and that's a crucial wicket. The youngster has picked up a crucial wicket for the highlights team. So the new batsman is Rakesh Submarine of Guyanese Din, but he has been around long enough in Nevis to be recognized as a Nevisian. And one thing I could tell you about him, he's very quick between the creases. And Cow's Corner, this general area here, is his favorite area. Hits the ball a long way. Here goes the youngster bowls, and he's flashing at that one, but finds the man straight to him. That's Jeremiah Louis, stopping it nicely, and he can't score. Certainly punched it well, but found the man in the offside. So, Libert on 24, Rakesh on naught. Just had his first delivery. Here's the youngster. Moves in now to bowl to Rakesh. Bowls. Rakesh is driving, but the man is coming across. It picks up nicely, and they'll only get a single. So one more to the total, and Rakesh is off the mark, and effectively that ends the over. 44 for free at the end of 6 overs. Well, I think this could be pretty interesting. I'm not sure they have it right for Rakesh. The man is at long on, but Rakesh normally hits it in this general direction. So he'll have a lot of running to do. But Mikael Louis has been introduced. He bowls right arm leg spin. And this could be an interesting matchup. 6 overs completed, so more fielders now in the deep. Long on, long off. Deep extra cover, deep mid wicket. Here he goes. Rakesh is comprehensively beaten, and he's shouting his appeal as that one struck him on the pad. Carl Tuckett is unimpressed, but he certainly was dubious into that shot. Very doubtful indeed, and a loud shout, but that didn't really scare umpire Carl Tuckett. Very experienced umpire, and he was not impressed. So Mikael Louis, the tall right arm leg spinner, moves in now to bowl to Javier Leib, but is punching this one to the man deep. That's Adrian Williams, who comes in, gets a good strong return in, only a single. Javier Leib, but also, I can tell you in bowling, very well-rounded player. Rakesh really is not a man to play pat a cake. He is not going to be there and just patting around. I could tell you that much as he bowled. He's down the track. He swings it down towards the man at long on, basically straight to him, not in that general direction that I spoke about as yet. Gets a single, but he was down the track bravely, deciding to leave his crease. It brings Javier Libert back into strike. I could tell you if he drops short, he's going to pull him hard and far. Here goes Louis. Bowls. This time he's solidly on the front foot. Is Javier Libert. Carefully. As an afterthought, you could see that he was thinking about maybe I should have gone up and over straight. The man is very wide at long off. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Libert. Libert is trying to paddle it. He's shouting his appeal. The umpire is unimpressed. And he was really screaming at the umpires, Mikael Louis. He was just trying to paddle it around. He wasn't going for the full-blooded sweep shot. But Mikael Louis, almost doing an Indian war dance there in front of the umpire Carl Tuckett. He didn't move an inch. Here goes once more. Mikael Louis bowled. This time he's solidly, quietly forward, looking for the single. Jeremiah Louis is quick. Well, not Jeremiah Louis. The field had extra cover, raced around and prevented a single. 47 for free, 7 overs completed. Young Nisbet moving in now to bowl to Rakesh. Full toss and wide of the mark. Certainly his radar got shut off there. He didn't see those free stumps at all. So I think he has asked the umpire for a change. He's going to go around the wicket now. I don't think he asked for the advice of Jamal Hamilton, who seemed a little surprised. But I guess he's saying, I know what I'm doing. Skip moves in now to bowl short, and Rakesh pulls it away. That's gone. Backward of square, gone for 4. It was an awful delivery by Nisbet. He dragged down, and Rakesh obliged, pulled it hard, backward of square for 4. So Rakesh will settle once more. Here goes the youngster. Moves in now to bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh is on driving. The man is coming across. Tijari has done well so far. Doesn't fail his team on this occasion either. Gets down in the approved manner. Stops it nicely. Gets a return in. One more to Rakesh. So looks very positive. So it's Nisbet. Races in now to bowl, this time to Javier Libert. Libert is turning it into the onside course for the single immediately. Adrian Williams doesn't overexert himself because he realizes that he cannot prevent the single. And so he picks it up. One more to the total, one more to Libert. At deep mid-wicket, Mikhail Louis is tall, but I think that if he swings, he'll be going away from him. Here he goes. Oh, that's a full toss over the head, just over the head of the man at extra cover. Speedy Adrian Williams comes across. They're thinking of the second. I think Rakesh turned blind, but Javier Libert called out to him because he wasn't watching. He didn't realize that Adrian Williams was that quick and got to the ball very quickly indeed. But unfortunately, Libert was on top of things. He turned back and got back in his crease safely. But that one just barely cleared the man at short mid-wicket. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl, this time to Javier Libert. Libert is turning this one into the onside. The man at short finally comes around and picks it up. Single. So one more to the total. So they would like a few more boundaries, but if it's only singles, it's better than dot balls. So Rakesh in his bright yellow pads settles now. Moves into bowl. He's driving the toe end of the bat. Really didn't time that well. Gets it down to mid-off, and that ends the over. Another single to the total. We'll give you the updated score. $50 57 for the loss of 3. 8 overs completed. 12 overs remaining. 57 for 3. We're moving now to bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh is driving. The man dives across, knocks it down, but they should get one easily. And didn't quite stop it. So Javier Libert will be thinking that you'll need to increase the scoring rate. But Mikhail Louis has landed them pretty well so far. That one is short, and that one is gone. That one is gone. Somebody's vehicle is in trouble. I told you if he dragged it down, he was going to go far, and he did drag it down and almost nudged on the back foot and pulled it over mid-wicket for 6. That was a lovely shot. So they have had a different ball very quickly, change ball. I don't think the original ball has been returned as yet. I think the folks down there are still looking, directing somebody to where it landed. He's cutting this one. They're off and running. A little bit of a fumble there by Light Brown. Didn't get it released as quickly as he would have liked. And they got a single. So it's going to be, well, apparently the ball has been returned. So the original ball is back with Mikhail Louis. The umpire has a look at it. Sometimes the batsman would ask to have a look. Here goes now when he's cutting at this. His back foot, I think, is safe. So maybe somebody's windshield as well. We've had a few of those windshields going smashed out of long handles here at the VOGN grounds. Maybe that wasn't the case on this occasion. No real alarms raised this time around. Rakesh, he wants to do one of his own. As here goes Mikhail Louis, both flat and fast. He turns it a bit uppishly, but away from the man. It might travel the distance. The fielder is not an Adrian Williams. It goes into the ropes now. And that's another boundary, crucial boundary there for Rakesh. Playing the support role here to Javier Liebert. So Rakesh settles once more. 69 for free. Moves in once more. Mikhail Louis bowls. He's quietly on the front foot. He's a long way down again. Mikhail Louis. I think he probably originally from the Apache tribe, because those Indian dances that he does, certainly I'm not impressing Carl Tuckett though. So here he goes once more. Moves in to bowl to Rakesh flatter. Rakesh is turning. He's screaming his appeal at Carl Tuckett. This time he didn't quite do the dance. He just went down and screamed his appeal at Carl Tuckett. Again, Carl Tuckett as immobile as, and just finally strolls away. New bowler, it's Young Jones, another one of the youngsters, turned away into the onside, and one of the other youngsters, Nisbet, bubbles with it. They're off for the run, single. So Young Jones also played in the first game. Nice to see these youngsters given the opportunity to play even in the big league. Here goes Bowles. He's having a swing at that. That's one of Rakesh's favorites. He was swinging. That was the cow corner shot. And even though he looks as if he's going straight towards us here at mid-off, had that shot made contact, you would have seen where he would have landed. Well, here goes once more. Oh, he decides to go wide. Patrice Nisbet doesn't do too well, but there's a man at third man. And he'll cover. It should be a wide, so that will be 2 wides, and so 2 more to the total. So Javier Liebert with the score on 72 for free, back in strike. As he goes, bowls to Liebert. Liebert goes low and tries to tug it into the onside, but it's so wide he missed out. he too has opted to go around the wicket as he moves in now to bowl to Liebert. Liebert is on drive and goes fine and goes all the way because the man had come up inside of the circle and it goes fine. It's gone for 4. Another boundary to Javier Liebert. So right away, Jamal Hamilton having a quick word along with Tijari Clark with the youngster. 77 for 3 is the score. So there's a man still at a deep square leg position, not quite young Jones from the far end. Races in now to bowl short and that one kept low. That was beautifully bowled. It kept low. He was dead on center stump. Javier Liebert was turning at it, playing right across it, but got the bat down. His eyes are in because he kept his eyes on it, turned it away, got a single. It was a good delivery though. So that brings Rakesh back into strike. Jones moves in now to bowl to Rakesh. So swing, coast corner, nobody home. Gone for 4. That's the shot I was telling you about. Coast corner, nobody there. The man is not general area. He's straight at long on. And that's Rakesh's favorite shot. He picked it, thumped it, gone for 4. Young Jones wouldn't know anything about moves in now to go short and strong return. He has fielded superbly so far, Clark, and he has certainly done well for his team. Only a single. Javier Liebert now on 40, Rakesh on 19. 10 overs completed, and they're into the 80s for the loss of 3 wickets. It's going to be Mikhail Louis, probably in his 3rd or 4th over. I'm not sure. Having a quick word with Carl Tuckett, and or Carl Tuckett having a quick with him. So Light Brown has gone right back on the square leg boundary. There's a man at deep mid wicket. There's on, not quite coast corner. Still not the right position for Rakesh, but they would think that they could get him some other how, I guess. So here goes. Mikhail Louis moves in now to bowl to Rakesh flat, and he's tugging that one away fine for. Well played by Rakesh. Once he got clear of the man at backward of square, he was gone clear. Gone for 4. Short and down the leg side. Well played by Rakesh. Gone for 4. Playing a nice hand here. And he'll also be some flat straighters with the left arm, Rakesh. And he's going to ask a couple of questions with those deliveries, but to people like Jamal Hamilton and Mikhail Louis at the top. We'll see how Louis in now to bowl. Oh my goodness, how he got away with that. The ball is running towards us. The man is chasing after it. Will he stop it? It does. And they come back for 2. That one just missed the leg stump by the proverbial coat of paint. I mean, he had a swing at it, did Rakesh. Got the inner edge. It ran very close to the leg stump. Actually, I think the leg stump moved, and he got 2. Fortune favors the brave. As he goes once more, Mikhail Louis from the far end bowl. Better delivery, sweep shot. He's shouting his appeal. Not the confident war dance though. I think he knew early that it's not any sense really to appeal to Carl Tuckett for that one. So he kind of half stopped in the appeal. as he is moving in once more to bowl to Rakesh. Here he goes. Cuts it away, but there's a man deep on the point boundary, and it was parried by the youngster and not stopped effectively, but a single. But he played that one well. So that brings the more established batsman in Javier Leibert back into strike. As here goes, Mikhail Louis, tall, moves in now to bowl to the much shorter, dapper figure of Javier Leibert, who cuts. It was close to him, very close, maybe too close. It was a dangerous shot. And if that was the googly, it was spot on, because it really was a tight squeeze on that occasion. But somehow got the bat on it and it ran away to third man. They got a single. 91 the score for free. Louis asking a couple of questions. Moves in now to bowl. Can he find the gap? Yes! Light brown, just watching it going to the boundary. He moved late, he started late, and that was well swept by Rakesh. And Mikhail Louis looks even dumbfounded there, wondering what's going on here. And having a quick word with Jama Hamilton, who is telling him, well, you're a bit offline, and so that's why he swept you. And so that ends a pretty fruitful over. So 95 for free, 11 overs completed, a really handy partnership between these two. Well, we have a new bowler, and we'll get the name in a wee bit as he moves in now. Medium fast bowls to Leibert, thinking of the single, but the man is close, too close. Can't score. So it's Archibald into the attack. Shavil Archibald it is. He used to be a pretty youth and then seemed to have dropped cricket and gone into banking officially, and seems as if he is juggled with both now. Still a banker, I think, but back into his fast bowling art. And here goes, not timing that one. Light brown comes across quickly. I think he too will have a bowl at some point, and how they'll handle him is another question, because they might look to go after him. He has picked up a couple of wickets in this league so far. Batsmen trying to go after him, the young off spinner. Shavil Archibald it is. Moves in now to bowl to Leibert. Gets a brilliantly bowled Yorker length delivery, but he's gone hard on it and just pushed it into the offside. But that was well bowled. And Rakesh immediately going down. He probably spotted something, or just encouraging Javier Leibert to continue. Don't give it away, he said, maybe. In his bright yellow pads, always walks along briskly. One of the masters cricketers here in Nevis. Goes once more. Archibald races in now to bowl to Leibert, pushes it into the offside, thought of the single. Then he looked up and saw who it was. It was Jama Hamilton, crouching, waiting for a mistake. And they went back to their respective creases. So Archibald has started pretty well, putting the ball in pretty good areas as he moves in once more to bowl to Leibert. Leibert is squeezing it into the offside. The man is in quick, and Jama Hamilton hands Akimbo is saying, man, you had him. He was moving in quickly, he moved very quickly indeed. And Javier Libert is indicating that there's something back of us that's affecting him. Maybe a car, vehicle or something somewhere at the back of us. But seems to be okay. So it's going to be a change. Somebody has told them about Rakesh and Coast Corner because Jamal Hamilton has gone in that exact position. So he has to change his strategy now, Rakesh. How does he do that? He's swinging hard at that. He really gave us. He could have done some work for the windmill farm because everything went after that. And it would have generated some degree of electricity. But the ball didn't go anywhere really. It came off the bottom of the bat. And they're going to have a bit of a break. I don't know if it's official or, but it's a bit of a water break, especially for the batsmen. But it's going to be Tijari Clark, and he'll be bowling from the far end. As he goes, moving in now to bowl to Libert. Libert is turning it into the onside, and he withheld it. Thought about throwing there, Burvis Burke, but for whatever reason withheld it. I think he was being backed up offside, but he just withheld it in the end. So here goes now. It's going to be Jama. Sorry, not Jama, but Tijari Clark. My goodness, he smashed that. He really cracked it, but there's a man deep. And that's Jama Hamilton, the very busy Jama Hamilton. He's now at long off, but he really cracked that. A little straighter, I don't think he would have had a chance. And he got a single. Rakesh really packs a failure. So Javier Libert has slowed up somewhat with Rakesh pouring on. As he goes now, Tijari Clark bowls. He's turning it sweetly, elegantly into the onside. Mikhail Louis loops across and picks it up, relays the ball via Burvis Burke. And the single to Javier Libert. Must be inching ever so closely to that deserved half century. Rakesh though is doing a bit of catching up. He has really hustled his way in this innings. So he settles now, Clark. Races Rakesh short, and my goodness. And it's a no ball. And Rakesh needs no second invitation. It's going to be a free hit. He really didn't handle it well as Tijari Clark opted to go for the snorter. And he's querying I go wrong there. So it's a free hit signal by Carl Tuckett. In his zeal and anxiety to dig it in short at Rakesh, he overstepped. He has the privilege. He doesn't need a second invitation. Rakesh normally goes for hits almost every delivery. So let's see what happens here now. Coast Corner, look out. Here it goes. Tijari Clark bowls to Rakesh. He smashes it down the ground. But it's away from the man at long on. He's only going to get a single. It was a shortish delivery. And the 100 is on the tins for the Empire team. 100 for free. So Rakesh has really gotten up there quickly. He's on 32. Javier Libert is on 44. Still 6 away. 1 hit away from a half century. Pulls it away, but it's 4. Crashes into the highlights camp. Another short ball from Tijari Clark, and you don't bowl those to Javier Libert. Stood up to his full height and pulled it majestically backward of square for 4. Make that 48 for Javier Libert. Tijari Clark, has he learned his lesson? Moves in once more to bowl to Lightbird is pushing it into the offside. Had a slide initially as he got out of the blocks, but managed to stay on his feet, sorry, for the single. He's on 49, just one run away from a half century. Deserved half century, I must add. He has batted superbly so far. We have on the grounds. Well, we understand that Javier Leiber, they miscounted, so he's on 50. Actually on 52, so they were miscounting very badly. So congratulations to Javier Leiber. And it's going to be Xavier Archibald. I'll get back to what I was about to say a while ago after this delivery as Archibald moves in now to bowl to Leiber. Leiber is turning, missing the shot. Keeper hits the stumps. Rocky still looking to steal the single wide signal. So at the far end is Carlton Dupont, radio personality and all. And he's in Nevis once again today. I guess he'll be talking about his experiences on Freedom FM. But back with Xavier Archibald as he races up. And it's going to be Archibald to bowl to Leibert. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Javier Leibert. David punches it off the back foot. There's a man at long off, that's Sam Clark. He has fielded well so far, only a single, but stood up straight and just punched it nicely. And the ball traveled out of the middle of the bat and traveled sweetly down to long off. Only a single though. And I believe one of these days when the cricket rules are changed, a shot like that would be given 4. But it doesn't work that way now. As he moves in now to bowl, and somehow Javier Leibert is way out of his crease. But I'm not sure if he was warning him on the Whitechapel or he just missed his run-up. But he almost fell over in the process. But Javier Leibert was wandering out of his crease even before the ball was delivered. And it's still a part of the game, even though some people don't like the idea. Talking about the principles involved. But here goes once more. Archibald from the Virgin School then moves in now to bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh throws everything at that. Again, I believe that he could be, and Patrice Nisbet is appealing for the run out. Again, I believe that he could have a contract with the Rakesh. There are times when he swings everything at it. And if his shoulder hasn't hooked out yet, it won't be hooked out again, because when he throws that bat at it, he throws that bat at it. Double emphasis. He throws the kitchen sink, the microwave, the oven, the stove, the 5 pots. Here he goes once more. Archibald races in now to bowl short, and he pulls at that. Again, he gave it his all, but he missed it. Dug in short by Archibald, and he missed it on that occasion. And Ellison Smith having a quick word with Carl Tuckett, maybe asking how many short balls has he bowled in this over. Has he done his quota? So let's see if there's a bit of a word or a signal. No signal. So here goes now. Archibald steams in now to bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh swings into that. But there's the man from Coast Corner, that's Jamal Hamilton. He's already low to the ground, and he's looping lower to the ground as he races in, and they get a single. Here he goes once more. Races in now to bowl. He's turning it into the onside. It was a good delivery, but he latched onto it. They should get at least 2 here. A very speedy Adrian Williams got across to it, but they got 2. car, doing a little bit of jogging on the spot there, trying to stay activated. Maybe getting a little bored. We can't get bored when Rakesh and Javi are at the crease and Archibald is bowling. Very difficult to get bored. Here goes once more. Archibald races in now to bowl to Lightbird, gets a good Yorker-like delivery. Rakesh was halfway down the pitch and he got bat onto it. They were appealing, but it was bat onto it, definite bat. He was watching it closely, kept it out well, but Archibald. So, Archibald really giving it his all. You could see the frustration when he doesn't get a wicket after such a beautifully bowled ball. As he moves in now to bowl to Lightbird, but he's cutting that one away. But there's a man deep, Mikhail Lewis there. Bubbles with it slightly, but they would have settled very early for one. And he's telling, Archibald is telling Javier boy out. Well, that ends the over, and we'll get the updated score in a wee bit.
And that's the end of over number 14, so the score 113 for 3.
113 for 3, with 14 overs completed. The highlights team, the memo has been sent around. Let's get a wicket, fellas. They know that they need to break this partnership. Here goes now. It's Tijari Clark moving in now to bowl to Lightbird. Lightbird gets a full toss on the front foot drive, diving away is Adrian Williams. Bubbles with it. It's going to run pretty close to the boundary. The man is moving across very slowly, but so too is Javier Lightbird, just hobbling through. So when I believe he has an injury, he seems to be carrying an injury. He was hobbling badly just now as they came through, and so it's only a single. Oh, sorry, that was two runs, but he hobbled back very slowly indeed. Settles over his bat now. It's going to be Clark moving in out to bowl. He's pushing it into the offside, and even though he's hobbling, he goes a lot smoother this time for the single. One more to the total. So it's going to be Clark, and he'll be moving in now to bowl to Rakesh. There you go, bowl full toss. Rakesh drives, finds the gap, but there's a man deep. That's Mikhail Louis. And they bubbled with it, but guys would have settled very early for one, and not looking for the second one on that occasion. So here goes once more. Tijari Clark races in now to bowl to Javier Lightbird. Lightbird is pushing it back up the strip to the bowler, and Rakesh almost overcommitting himself there, already rushing down. The bowler probably not picking it up, that he could have turned and knocked over the stumps. Rakesh was almost too far down. Got back safely though. Javier Lightbird settles. Already scored his half century. Tijari Clark bowls, he tucks it down towards the man at deep square leg. Mikhail Louis in attendance to get a single, and so the Empire team trying to set up a decent total. They know that highlights at the top of the innings will go blazing. It will be Jamal Hamilton and Mikhail Louis. If they don't break that partnership early, it will be all over very quickly. Here goes now Clark bowls, he's swinging, Coast corner again, nobody home. Yeah, does it go all the way? The man is chasing after it. He can't pull it in. It's gone for 4. That's Rakesh for you. That's the area. They'll have to come. There's a lot of shouting down there for Rakesh. And the crowd building up very nicely. Another boundary for Rakesh. Another boundary for Empire. So Rakesh goes up to 38. Javier Libert is on 57. $122 for free, and we are into over number 16, I think. So Adrian Williams has been recalled, and he'll be bowling from the VOJN school end. So he would have bowled earlier. Javier Libert was there. He's coming back. He's still meeting Javier Libert there. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to Libert. Libert gets a brilliantly bowled Yorker length delivery, squeezes down on it. That was well bowled. So we have seen a couple of beautifully bowled Yorkers all day, and that was one perfect, right on the money. So Adrian Williams will move in now to bowl to Javier Libert. Here he goes, races in now to bowl to Libert. Libert turns at it, misses. Patrice Nisbet bubbles. Rakesh was heading down, looking for a second wide. It's already signaled wide. He was looking for another one. And Javier Libert not interested. So it's going to be Adrian Williams, and he'll be bowling from the VOJN school end as he races in now. Nice smooth run up, moves in now to bowl to Libert. Libert gets another Yorker length delivery, looking for the drive initially, the expansive drive, and then came down on it and just can't score. So another dot in the books there. 123 for the loss of 3, and this is over number 16 being bowled. Brisk walk back to his mark, the natural athlete, famed for javelin throwing, but also a very good sprinter, and we know that he's a very good footballer as well as a very good cricketer. As he moves in now to bowl full toss, he goes aerial over mid wicket. He's trying to jump at that one, but he can't pull it in. They're going to get at least 2. That's Jeremiah Louis coming across, and they get 2 very easily as he decided to lift that one, took it under full and lifted it aerial and got 2. So here goes once more. Adrian Williams moves in now to bowl to Javier Libert. Libert is going, and there's Jamar Hamilton, takes the catch, he's gone. He doesn't drop too many. Saw the ball heading towards his general direction, moved back indeed. The 12th man was out there quicker than the catch was taken. I wonder if he started on the field before the catch was taken. He was out there very quickly indeed. And so the crucial wicket of Javier Libert goes, caught at extra cover after bowling of Adrian Williams by Jamar Hamilton, and a crucial wicket goes. And the big man, Nelson Boland, who can truly swing a willow, he comes to the crease. So two of Empire's biggest hitters in terms of ball hitting, they're at the crease. Nelson Boland, Rocky's Submarine. Here's Adrian Williams bowled that one well at all. It was pitched outside of his legs and he just belatedly fanned at it. It was an awkward looking fan too by Rakesh. That's the most awkward looking shot that he has played all innings long. Just didn't handle it well. White signal by the umpire.
Never say never, never say never. Remember in the first match when it was 57 for 7. It's gonna be hard. You could never say never.
So here he goes once more. Moves in into the turf, back up to the bowler who knocks it down, prevents a single. Has been a pretty mean over so far as he pauses to tie his laces. And again we get a look at the crowd as the crowd continues to build. Nice little crowd. Williams steams in to bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh is turning around that one and almost got run out in the process too, but now they've thrown it away. Here's Hamilton. Is that well? He stopped this time. But he was certainly playing at that one a bit awkwardly again. So apparently he cannot undrive. The undrive is not in his repertoire. And he's just having a little bit of a fan at those deliveries. And took it on the pad. There was a loud shout. Then there was almost a run out. And in the end of it all, they got a single. So that ends the over. $127 for 4, 16 overs. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's punching this one nicely into the offside. That one came out the bat sweetly, but who is in control? The speedy, fleet-footed Jamal Hamilton. He seems to be all over the place. Now he's at long off, and he got there very quickly indeed. So one more to the total. And that brings Nelson Boland into strike. Now Nelson Boland will be looking towards the project housing area at the far end. I haven't seen too many balls over the fence today. They normally send a lot over there, but the wind has been blowing very strongly towards us, so it's going to be very difficult hitting into the wind. But he's strong. He's a powerfully built man and send it a mile. So will he challenge that boundary with Jamal Hamilton waiting down there, lurking for just that mistake? So here goes now making some field adjustments. They know Nelson Boland. They know that he's a power hitter. And so all of a sudden now, a lot of thought being put into the field placement. There's also a man at a wide mid-wicket, the man at deep square leg, as Jeremiah Louis moves in now to bowl to Nelson Boland. Boland is driving. Well stopped. Rakesh was out of his crease. It should have ball. Fortunately, didn't throw it hard. And when past the stumps, they got a single. But it was a brilliant fielding effort there by Adrian Williams. Is it? No, it's one of the youngsters. It was a brilliant bit of work. So it will be Jeremiah Louis. And again, this fielding team hasn't heard about the Cows Corner speciality. Oh, this time through the offside, effortlessly. Nice bounce to Michael Louis, who loops in and gets it in quickly. So he's playing some offside shots as well, Rakesh, showing that he has a few offside shots in his repertoire. But that corner position, if it's right in his half, he's going to go for it. Nobody home. Jeremiah Louis races in now to bowl to Nelson Boland. Boland is driving, but picks out the man at mid-off. Tijari Clark needed to go a lot straighter. Came out the bat nicely, but only a single. 131 for 4. Weighing over number 17. And one of the things that the left-hand, right-hand combination does, as you see the field moving after every ball that they get a single, it's because they have to make adjustments for the left hand or the right hand, as the case may be. So the fielders will have some serious work cut out for them if they don't get one of these men out. So here goes. Louis Bowes. He's beaten, gone past the keeper. It might trickle past the boundary. Gone. Made a big effort there, young Nisbet, but just couldn't pull it in. He wouldn't have made it into the St. Kitts Nevis football team at all with that effort, and I think he should stick with cricket. He's gone for 4, and that would have been buys. So Rakesh will settle. Here goes. He's pushing it in the air. Anybody home? Drop in safely. Looks a little frustrated there, Louis. That one, Rakesh didn't handle it well at all. It was in there for a long time, but dropping short of Clark. That ends the over. 17 gone. 136 for the loss of 4. Well, it's going to be Jen Williams, and he'll be bowling from the VOJN end as he moves in now to bowl. Here he goes, bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh has a swing at that. Again, the windmill effect as he missed out on that one. And a couple more of those, and I think we can stop having electricity from Nevlek. The wind farm would be in total control. Jeremiah Louis doing some repair job, getting ready to dive across, I believe, getting some small stones out of the way. As here goes Williams. And again, he's swinging. The keeper doesn't know where the ball is. He's going to have a throw. Misses. Well, you can figure that Patrice Nisbet never stoned mangoes in his life. Missed that one with the tree stumps facing him. And maybe Boland might have been in problems there. But Boland is at the end now where the wind is blowing in this general direction. If he latches onto it, it's going to go far. Jeremiah Louis would be thinking that he might have a chance, but Adrian Williams trying to make an adjustment to his field, and he'll be moving in now to bowl to Nelson Boland. Here he goes, races in now to bowl to bowl. Oh, that's a beamer, and it would be a free hit and a warning, I believe. He might just get a first warning from the umpire. It's a free hit. I think the ball might have slipped from his hands. Definitely. Maybe slipped from his hands there, but it's going to be a free hit. And Nelson Boland doesn't need a second invitation for a free hit. He normally makes every ball a free hit. Here he goes, swings into that, but there's a man deep. He's in control, puts his body behind it. They're looking for 2. Rakesh is rushing through. Oh, he might have been out. And Adrian Williams didn't tug it into the stump. Rakesh was struggling. I think Rakesh has forgotten that he plays for the Masters team. He is not 20 anymore, but he was hustling back for the second. He called for it and almost didn't make it. Well, they got two. Fortune favors the brave. Here he goes. Moves in now. Goes. He's swinging into that. He's going to find Jeremiah Louis, who relaxes and waits for it. Picks it up. And only a single. So, certainly didn't get under it as he was hoping, Nelson Boland. He was trying to get under it. And failed in the process. So that brings Rakesh back into strike. He has batted well so far. Again, the adjustments for the left-hander. The youngsters having the most work to do. The senior players can relax. Well, one of the finest groundsmen you'll find on Nevis. Rakesh punches it into the offside. He'll find Jeremiah Louis. And a single. So yes, Jabal, of course, one of the finest groundsmen you'll find around Nevis and in the Leeward Islands. He's here. I don't know if he's supporting a team.
Supporting Empire.
He's supporting Empire. So he has told Louis that he's supporting Empire. And Louis has told him we live in a democratic society. You can support who you want. So it's going to be... So it's going to be Williams, and he'll be bowling once more to Boland. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl to Boland. He's bowled! That one kept low. And he had a huge heave. And that one crept along the turf after landing. And it disturbed the center and off stump. Boland goes back. He didn't get to play the cameo that he was sent to play. And that's another wicket for highlights. So 142 for 5. I think just about 2 overs remaining. Jeremiah Louis is going to bowl one, is he? No. Yes, he's going to bowl the one from this end, which will be the last over. But it will be Tijari Clark who will be bowling the penultimate over. Rian Solomon it is, who has come to the crease. Rian Solomon, of course, is a left-hander who also can hit the ball pretty far. And they'll be hoping that he can latch on to a few. Jamal Hamilton making some adjustments to the field here. So Clark will be bowling the penultimate over. Last time highlights played on this ground, what, a week ago? They ended up in a super over tie with All Stars. It was a super game. So they wouldn't want to be going back into that today. So it's going to be Clark. Tijari moving in now to bowl to Rakesh. Rakesh is cutting that one, finds a gap. The man is rushing across Mikael Louis, but he can't stop it. That's gone for 4. That's a superb shot. Nice touch there by Rakesh. He really didn't bang into that. He just chopped it elegantly. Backward of point. Gone for 4. 146 for 5. That was a lovely shot. So Rakesh settles once more. Clark it is. Races in now to bowl to Rakesh. Short pulls at it. That's a wide. Missed out on the pull shot. And so Just missed out on it, but it's a wide. Tijari Clark under some pressure with the penultimate over. So here goes once more. Tijari Clark bowls and he's pushing it into the offside, off and running. Just a little push into the offside, looked up at Solomon and he was racing through for the single. Wendell Micey Wallace passes us. He had a tough game, He had a tough game, came down to the final over. So Clark races in now to bowl to Solomon, who has a flash at it, misses. Rakesh already storming down the pitch. That's Rakesh for you. Rakesh is very busy. He's a very busy player. Nice sunny conditions here. We had a little drizzle earlier, but so far the weather has held pretty true. As here goes, Clark races in now to bowl to Solomon. Solomon is tugging at this, gets a bit of glove into it, goes down to the man at short fine leg, gets a single. So one more to the total. Didn't really latch on to that, Solomon. And that brings another left-hander, so it's easier now on the fielders with two landers at the crease. They don't have to be making adjustments after each single. So it's a lot easier, they breathe a lot easier now. Clark would be hoping not to go for too many in this the penultimate over. Races in now to bowl to Rakesh, pulls up. Well, the man is still not quite at Cow's corner, which is Rakesh's favorite spot. He'll have to run a bit to his right, but he's speedy. It's Adrian Williams. If he doesn't latch onto it well, he might get there. Here he goes, moves in once more. Clark to bowl. He's gone. Trying to be naughty, I thought. Trying to just guide it over the head of the keeper and guided it straight into the gloves of the keeper. Rakesh finally gone, short of his half century. Very busy little innings has come to an end. And so that's Clark getting that crucial wicket.
So the score 149 for 5, Rakesh 48. T20 competition.
So it's going to be Tijari Clark to bowl to the new batsman. We are not too sure who it is. Turns it nice shot. They should be thinking two here. Mikhail Louis bubbles with it, makes it easier for them. And they get two. So 150 on the tins. But that was well played by the new batsman. And there's a loud cheer down there by the Empire supporters. Empire has good support in the crowd. And that ends the over. 150 on the tins at the end of 19. Nice little crowd here on hand. So it's going to be Jeremiah Louis with the final over. Drives into the offside off the toe end of the bat. And they get a single. Agent Williams amazed that they got a single there.
This is a competitive total. Of course, we're going to keep turning on as the later in the evening. We don't want bad light to prevail.
So it's going to be Jeremiah Louis trying to make sure his field is correctly positioned as he moves in now to bowl. He's stroking that one. That's a lovely shot. Batsman looks very positive. I can tell you from the moment he came out, he has looked very positive, stroking it sweetly into the offside for a single. So, bangs it to the offside, but there's a man deep. He doesn't bubble, and so they'll settle for one. So one more to the total, trying to get a couple of boundaries before this over is completed. Off a shorter run now, Louis. My goodness, a wicked bouncer. He tried to pull, got the top edge of the bat, went over the keeper's head, and they got a single. Here goes once more.